I often refer to Everyday Tai Chi by Lucy as having the three T's. The three T's stand for, in this order, teaching of Tai Chi, technology, and travels. So, second T is technology. So, being a teacher and trying to be as practical and expedient as possible, I felt that the students needed to see the lesson over and over again, watch our movements, listen to the description, listen to the instructions. So I said, what a better way than to have it tape recorded. So Victor, our friend, decided to be our photographer and he would tape our lessons. Then, with that, I would take the footage, sit down at my computer, and edit the lesson. Then make it available by uploading it and publishing it to YouTube. But after that, I would then make not only mass email my students, but I would also put a link onto my website. So my web building of our website, everydaytaichi.org, began in 2009. And I moved on from a PC computer to an Apple computer, which I still use today. And it's grown to be a big hobby, very time consuming, but very rewarding. I not only have my students who go to visit our website very often, I have students who live all around the world. They've reached out to me and emailed me and asked me questions about my lessons. Um, it's it's gotten so wide out there that in 2014 we've had a group from Shikoku, Japan, who found us on our website, wanted to do Tai Chi on their visit here, and I put together an event at Kilauea Park where both my students and the Shikoku group shared their Tai Chi, and they also did a Yang style family of Tai Chi version, and it was very interesting. Do you remember it?
Right.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting about this, we speak of the parallel or the journey in Tai Chi. This was a parallel journey in Lucille's and in my evolution in our post-retirement years. We both knew how to operate computers, but this was for either the type of work we did or just for uh, communication or word processing for home consumption. Uh, but Lucille especially has evolved into a relative expert uh, in terms of developing her own website, which was the initial uh, work, and then integrating uh, YouTube information into that website uh, in order to disseminate the knowledge to her students. Great teaching tool. And over time, this outreach to YouTube was noticed by some outreach individuals for Olelo, the public media stations, and they requested that we consider airing our information uh, on television, and they offered to instruct us on how to learn videography, learn how to produce programs, and with that, Victor and myself have learned how to be reasonable operators for video cameras and other photographic equipment, uh, which is something which is a journey for me.
So we are very thankful for Olelo. Olelo found us, and we've shared our travels of Tai Chi to them. And in turn, they taught us, and we became clients of Olelo. And that's how you probably have found us. And just recently, we were honored through our hard work and diligence. I was awarded the Rookie of the Year for the Kaimiki Community Media Center. And I guess they counted up all the videos that I had submitted, and there were over 100 in I would say, a 6 to 7 month
period. In addition to working on her own programs, she, along with her hardy teams of videographers, also volunteer for other shows that they can. And they attend the camera and the workshops, the camera and editing workshops at Kaimiki. So please give it up for Lucy Chun. Are you out there, Lucy? In Kaimiki? There she comes. And Lucy produces the weekly series Everyday Taichi and co-produces a program with her husband called Play Tai Chi. And also a special shout out to her husband, Kenil Chun, out there. Where are you, Kenil? And her production team, Victor and Kalakasi. Where are you, Victor? Good job, you guys.
Bottom of my heart. It's been a real busy 8 months. Fun, always growing. I feel like I'm the student forever. It's been a great start in Puna and now over at Kaimiki. We feel like we're very special to have people on the Olelo team always out there to watch for us and give us special tips on how to do our broadcasting even better. And it's a lot of fun. Thank you very much. This means a lot to us. Our work has paid off.
And we continue to grow our students. So I'm an elementary teacher by training. And of course, like in first grade, we teach our children to identify words, and that's the beginning of when they learn to read. And it's like teaching students of Tai Chi. You introduce something new, they are challenged by it, but through daily routines of practicing and understanding a little bit more, they take that big step and they start to learn. And with each little step that they learn, they gain more confidence and they try a little harder. I take the time to try to explain to them why certain movements are done in a certain way, why our feet positions and hand positions and our total body is incorporated in aligning just so to prevent injuries, to prevent joint pains, and just to stay safe and very stable and not and to continue to keep our balance. So this is like teaching children in that we start from the basics, we understand and lay a foundation and a firm groundwork as to what our bodies can do, what our bodies should do in Tai Chi, and then we slowly build our movements upon the foundation.
I think one of the strong points probably is breaking things down to relatively simple maneuvers, trying to not overwhelm the student with a whole lot of movements at one given time.
Let's try it. Okay, do it this way. You're on a T stance, left hand on the bottom. You're going to do the last portion of grasping of the bird's tail on the, we're doing part 2 on the left. Out and to the side, ward off. Flip and meet. Pull down, pull back, sit back, look back. Turn, square first, contact at your wrist with your baby finger aligned to that bone. separating, sitting back, rolling up and forward. Now, apparent closing. Sit back, twist step, open step, in step. Shift your weight to the left as you put your right wrist on the inside of your cross. Come up, rotate your wrist at chest level so that both palms are facing, using the power of your left wrist to push out, palms facing the ground, shoulder width away, dropping your shoulders, making yourself small, wrapping around to the sides of your pants, up on your heel, off the ground, toe down, closing form. Okay? One more time. Left hand on the bottom to hold your ball. You're going to ward off. Out and to the side, ward off. Flip and meet. Grasp the bird's tail. Sit back. Look back. Turn. Square. Contact at your wrist to push out. Separate. Sit back. Roll up and forward. Slowly. Sit back. Twist step. Open step. In step. Off the ground. Right hand on the inside of your cross, pushing up your left wrist. Rotating on the wrist so that both palms are facing. Power of the left wrist to push out as both palms face downward. Shoulder width away, dropping your shoulder. Okay? So you can see that several things are going on. Whenever you do your apparent closing, your feet and your hands are doing the same thing. By that I mean warding off, grasping the bird's tail, turning, squaring contact, and you notice my contact is not hand to wrist, but the right side of your baby finger area is touching the wrist area, okay? Touching your wrist area to push, separating as I touch both palms, both hands when palms are down, sitting back. And the only reason I have to come back like this is because when you sit back, what happens? Your heels come back up and then roll forward. Now, I said that the hands mimic the feet. Sit back, twist step, open step, in step, off the ground, right hand on the inside, pushing up. Rotating at your wrist so both palms are facing at shoulder level, pushing out on the left wrist, palms down, closing, okay? Commencing form. Open. Take a deep breath in. Make yourself small. Center. Open. Bringing it to your ear. Turning your face. Repulsing of the monkey. Center. Open. Bringing it to your ear, turning your face, repulsing of the monkey. T-stance, multitask. Ear, heel, hand, face, catch that ball in the center, brush your knee. Sit back, twist step, T-stance, looking at your left hand that's higher, L stance, multitask, brush your knee. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball in a T stance, part the wild horse's mane, L stance, here it is. Sit back, twist step, T stance, L stance, part the wild horse's mane. Flip and meet, sit back, twist step, cup, cloud hands. middler cup, open, middler cup, only flip meet, middler cup, flip meet close, middler cup, flip meet open, middler cup, only flip meet as you shift your weight, golden cockerel. Down, up, down, right hand, right foot up, out, left hand, left foot, holding our ball in a T stance, right hand on the bottom. We're going to grasp the bird's tail as we ward off, flipping and meeting, pulling back, looking back, turning, squaring contact, push, separate, sitting back, rolling up and forward. Sit back, left hand on the bottom, twist step, hold our ball in a T stance, L stance, ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Look back. Square contact, push, roll up and forward. Sit back, twist step, open step, in step, off the ground to embrace the tiger, right hand on the inside of your cross, bringing it up, rotating, pushing out, separating, making yourself small. Wrap around, and we'll end our class this way. Good job.